Hello everyone, my name is Josh. This is my first vlog. I was inspired by one of my friends in a Coder Dad Slack channel I'm a part of. His name's Amet. He challenged me publicly on Twitter about seeing if I could have a video up by Sunday. So I said, sure, of course, I'll go ahead and get this video up. So what I want to do today is I want to talk about a little bit about my background, what I'm working on, and what you can expect to see in the coming vlogs. So a little background about myself. I've always had an interest in the automotive industry from a pretty young age. Cars are my thing. Loved cars, always loved cars. And so right out of high school, I actually started a small engine shop servicing lawnmowers and go-karts and all kinds of small engine type things. And prior to that, I had taken a small engine course and experimented a little bit on my own before actually servicing other people's stuff, which was a great experience. I kind of learned customer interaction, writing tickets, how stuff worked. I mean, it was a lot of fun. So it was kind of more of a summer job. It didn't quite last too long. So about after a year, went ahead and shut that down, just because it was really seasonal. I didn't really have a lot of work in the wintertime, and I was looking to continue to make more money, of course. So I moved into actual automotive repair. I had an interest in diesel technology, diesel engines and how they work. And so I actually took a course on, not a course, we went to a school, online school, for heavy duty medium truck mechanics, and got a diploma with the schooling, and was working at a diesel shop, working on tractor trailers, tractors, big equipment, stuff like that. And not too long after, someone offered me an opportunity at a workplace closer to where I was living at the time, and they needed what they called a service advisor. A service advisor basically takes in the vehicle, talks to the customer, tries to figure out what the customer's vehicle issues are, and then you write a ticket, turn it in, and basically the technician will try to figure out what's going on, what we call a diagnosis, and then we'll go ahead and write up a work order and see if it's something that they want to fix. If they do, we'll then take the process from there. So that's kind of what the service advisor role is, and I've been a service advisor for the last say 5 years, a little over 5 years now, and being in that world has really showed me how antiquated the automotive industry is. A lot of their software, their point of sales, how a lot of this stuff operates is very old school, and it's the way they've been doing things for years. And so really cool how there's been a little bit of an evolution type process in this for myself. Back in middle school, I had an interest in computer programming, software, and web development, and I decided that I was going to try learning Python. And so I picked up a book. It was one of the O'Reilly books, and wrote a couple basic lines of code, a couple scripts, your hello world stuff, nothing super fancy or anything like that. And I kind of set it down, just kind of middle school, not really sure what I wanted, and I didn't really do anything with it. But I started to think about that a little bit. Being a service advisor, I started thinking about, man, this software is really outdated. What could I do to make this better? What could I do to make the system so much easier for people to get their vehicles serviced? And so that brought me to learn web development, software development, and started taking some courses in Python, moving on to Django, JavaScript, CSS, a lot of just great fundamentals in building great web apps and software. And so to this day, I'm still learning, I'm still building, always learning, of course. And it was this past year that I was challenged by another one of my good friends, John, from Yen FM. Check out that newsletter, by the way. I'll drop a link in the description. I started joining his Yen community group chats on Tuesday nights, and got to know him pretty well. Got to know a few of the other members. Stu, call him Stu. His name is Stuart Sim. Writes a newsletter called Finlister, talking about share prices in fintech, so tech markets, tech industries. Really cool stuff. And what they were inspiring me to do was write on something that I'm familiar with, and that was the auto industry. Now, my particular interest in the automotive industry at this point is how can we make it better? How can we modernize the process of service? How can we modernize the process of efficiency? So, in the past year, I've had a really big interest in Tesla Motors, and what they've been doing. Just studying their process and how they're building these cars at incredibly efficient ways. From the cell technology to the autopilot to just some of the other aspects. It's just amazing to see what they're doing. And so I started to take a deep dive into other automotive markets to see what they're doing, what they're building, what are other people building when it comes down to electric vehicles. And so I decided this is something that I really want to tackle. This is something I want to do weekly research on. This is something that I want to build to raise awareness of the fact that it's time for an upgrade. The auto industry needs an upgrade, deserves an upgrade, and that's why I'm writing this newsletter called EV Shakeout. EV Shakeout is a weekly newsletter that you can read in about 5 minutes or less every Monday morning, and I break down some of the latest weekly news from various manufacturers, and I also break down the market prices of these companies. So a lot of these companies are public, so weekly you'll see a breakdown of these companies, how they're doing profit wise, what their growth rate is, and how they're meeting Wall Street expectations. So that's what you'll be seeing in the coming newsletters, as far as how that goes. Sorry, a little losing my voice here. So yeah, just want to lay out some expectations, kind of some things that you're going to see in the coming issues, and some of the stuff that I'm going to be discussing in the coming vlogs. So won't keep you guys any longer. Just wanted to give a little bit of an introduction, my background, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great weekend.